Or a surge of mooks. Hey, a surge of mooks. Justice, Hama. See, what's the most? 3. 3 dead. Burning heart. And cold Gehenna. Oof. One died from it. That one's frozen from it. Oh no. They wanted revenge and they got it. It's no big deal. Rest easy, Tio. Uh-oh. He got frozen. And done. That was fun. Randy learned Death Scorpion. Sure. Let me guess. There's the other key. The Carnelia key. A second key. This should allow us to proceed past the lock in the reception room. Alright, we did it. Well, let's get going back. Alright, let's head on down now. I'm glad that the main building itself isn't infested with monsters and archaisms. Alright, save here. So now, it's time to put in the 2 keys. Oh geez, what? To think that they created such a device for just one room. That cluster of footprints leads me to believe that room is used frequently. So Marconi has his own little secret hideout, does he? This can only mean one thing. His private quarters are further inside. Now that you mention it, we haven't seen the head honcho's office yet, have we? I am of the opinion that more clues will turn up further in. Alright, let's try going down, everyone. Oh boy. Oh great, a heal point, which means another boss. You guys think this is Marconi's office? Considering how pointlessly decked out the place is, I want to go with yeah. Enough standing around. Let's go inside. We may be able to find clues regarding the whereabouts of the missing people. Intruders detected. Exiting standby mode. What? Everybody, get back. Hello? A robot? The mother of all machines is crashing the party. Switching to interception mode. 5 targets identified. Weapon diagnostics complete. Mustang activated. Initiating interception. Remotely controlled attack units. Look alive, everyone. Let's send this hunk of metal back to the scrapyard where it belongs. Got it. Boss, giant robot. Battle scope, let's go. Regan Kampf. A powerful bipedal archaism equipped with an electric blade. Has a boost function. Great. Weak to water though, so at least I have something to attack. If anyone decides to step into your little bubble, they're going to get a nice little helping of water spells. Searing Flame. Alright, Lloyd. Burning Heart. Attack the main unit. Ooh, jeez. That didn't do a lot. They're casting. I'm not too worried. I may as well identify your little drones. Let's see. Mustang. Regan Comp support archaism equipped with ordnance for quick repairs. Uh-oh. Thanks, Randy. I do appreciate the help. Alright, good. Critical ice attacks. Here we go. Ice hammer. Alright, now that the gang's all here, let's go. Rising Sun. Booyah! There goes the Mustangs. Hallelujah Hurricane? Okay. I got worried for a second. Oh jeez. That did a good little bit of damage. Holy Breath. And let's go with ice. All right, Dudley. Attack orders. Oh great, it can call more. Just shoot it. Oh man. Seems it does need Burning Heart specifically. Ice Hammer. Repairing light. Oh no you don't. Now it's personal. Let's see. Think. Cold Gehenna. Once more. With feeling. Alright, so big guy should be dead. Not quite, huh? Fine then. And that should be the end. Here we go. Didn't get that much experience from it. That sucks. Got another team material. That was way harder than any of the other archaisms we fought so far. No kidding. How hasn't Heiwei had this beast of a machine sicked on him yet? I am certain that controlling a machine of this nature is exceedingly difficult. There is a strong possibility it would go on a rampage without a skilled engineer handling it. I'm just glad we didn't have to fight it in the middle of the city. It would have been much harder for us. Yeah, seriously. Okay, we've cleared the final obstacle. Let us examine the room. Right. First we heal. We have priorities here, Dudley. Alright, and before we get to the door... There it is. We finally made it to the Don's office. We'll be going beyond the point of no return in multiple ways if we enter this room. What should we do? Oh, upon entering you may no longer freely explore outside of Crossbell City. Remaining quests labeled with a short term will expire. Proceed with caution. Oh, okay. Sure. I made a save point. If I need to go back, I will. Wow, this office is absolutely stunning. It's still not quite at the level of Speaker Hartman's home, but regardless. Yeah, I guess the two of them are pretty similar. Hey. Oh. Now your finest moment, Mademoiselle. Why the sudden silence? I've been well aware of what you two pulled at the Schwartz auction. The First Division has been trying to put a stop to their illegal activities for a while now. Oh, regardless, this definitely seems like it's Marconi's office. I think we've scoped out Ravache's entire headquarters, and yet... Yeah, neither the Mafia members nor the missing people are here. If there really are any clues lying around, odds are they're in this office. Time is precious. Let's split up and search the room. Yes, sir. I'm sure we'll find something soon. Can I investigate this now, or... Chest locked. I don't think I'll be able to unlock this with a lockpick. So that means, should I try searching the room? File here talks about Ravache's armed smuggling routes. They even control all the routes I knew about. I bet they're making use of Garcia's Jaeger connections. I found a list of Crossbell's most influential political and business figures engaged in acts of bribery. It includes not only the Speaker, but also several Imperial faction Diet members, the CGF commander, and other dieters of various organizations. According to this, they receive vast sums of mira from from enterprises in return for silencing matters involving Ravache. Great. Looks like they even prepared a catalog of merchandise for the Schwartz auction. From means of acquisition to contracts, it's all summarized in detail right here. To think that they even acquired a masterpiece stolen by Phantom Thief B. If this info becomes public, it could possibly cause international uproar. The cabinet has a wide selection of vintage alcohol. Not sure why I was expecting to find anything other than fancy wine here. Actually, I have an idea. Lloyd lifted each bottle one by one. Bingo. I don't think any of his subordinates would even ever dare touch this cabinet. Not a bad hiding place, Marconi. Now I save. Okay, looks like I managed to open it. These look like files. Should I flip through them? Gnosis delivery receipts. Shipping receipts. There it is. It's as we thought. They're responsible for distributing the drugs. And it looks like that cult is behind the production of Gnosis. What kind of relationship do they have? Hold on. There's something sitting in the corner of the chest. Is this a CPD badge? Damaged officer badge. Uh-oh. It's Guy's badge? Each and every missing person is written on this list. We found our decisive evidence that the Mafia is responsible for spreading the drugs. We've also managed to confirm that Gnosis was concocted by that terrible cult. How was the Mafia able to get their hands on something like this? According to the shipment inventory, it looks like somebody's been supplying it to them. Does Marconi really have this strong a tie to the cult? Is there any other way to look at it? According to the documents, his contact was an acquaintance he made a few years back. He prescribed the drug to some warhounds and even provided a surefire method of easily manipulating them. Damn, man. It takes Jaegers a long-ass time to train those canines. How many of them they had in their arsenal never did sit well with me. Does that mean a member of the cult has been in cahoots with them? But who could it be? We can deduce that it's someone living in Crossbell, judging by how frequently they're in contact. I don't know the answer. What I do know is, regarding the location of the missing people and the reason behind the sudden disappearance of the entire Mafia, my intuition tells me that this mystery contact is a man behind the curtain. I agree with Lloyd. Those blue pills are likely an enhanced version of the original Gnosis from 6 years ago. That monster managed to perfect the formula and is now supplying the Mafia with it. Tio. It's alright, Tio. We're with you. Never again. We'll never let them touch you again. Lloyd. Whoever this guy is, he seems like a real piece of shit. I'm gonna enjoy kicking his slimy ass. The real problem is, how are we going to lure him out of his hiding place? Right, we're lacking in numbers. We already have to deal with the vanished Mafia, the search for the missing persons, and the bomb threat at the airport too. If the higher-ups weren't putting so much pressure on the force, we could do something about it, but... Damn it. To think that the commissioner was completely won over by petty bribery. If it weren't for that, we'd be able to mobilize the entire CPD and work on countermeasures. Has he no shame? He's a blight on the name of the CPD. Hey, Dudley. I have a suggestion. Why don't we request the help of the bracers? Good thinking, pal. They'd be a colossal help right about now. Think before you speak, Bannings. The widespread corruption within the CPD would be exposed to the guild if we did that. Corruption is corruption, no matter its origin. It's a price the whole force will have to pay. All of us will have to bear the responsibility of sweeping it under the rug. Isn't it best to embrace the embarrassment and accept consequences in order to move forward? We cannot be sure what will happen to the missing people if we continue to waste time as well. Not only that, but we still don't have a damn clue where the Mafia's main objective is. This isn't an appropriate time to persist in holding on to your pride, Dudley. So, these are the kinds of people Sergei has gathered for himself. Very well, I understand. I'll leave you all in charge of contacting the guild. I'll go and secure the 1st Division's help behind the top brass's back. And maybe even be able to enlist help from the 2nd Division, depending on the situation. Dudley, thank you. Appreciate you giving us a chance. Don't misunderstand me. It just so happens that we have no other choice in these circumstances. More importantly, Bannings. You fine holding on to that badge? Oh. It's a damaged CPD badge. You sure that's your brother's old badge? Yeah, I'm almost positive it is. Tio, do you remember seeing this? Yes. I imagine it was damaged during one of the raids on the cult lodges. He told me it was his badge of honor. I see. No wonder he didn't bother to exchange it for a new one, despite my constant pestering. Dudley, you and my brother work together, right? Since my brother transferred to the 1st Division and all. Yeah, I suppose. To be frank, he wasn't the type of man to mesh well with the 1st Division. Overbearing and reckless, always acting independently, he stood out like a sore thumb. He hardly cooperated with anyone, especially me. We were constantly at odds during every case. However, everyone in the 1st Division acknowledged him for the detective he was. Myself included, of course. Dudley. When he was killed in the line of duty, it hit all of us in the 1st Division much harder than we could have ever imagined. Although we never really saw eye to eye with Guy, perhaps somewhere inside us, we all envied that eternal enthusiasm he carried. We all desperately searched for the culprit, but in the end, we were at a loss. My apologies, Bannings. I didn't intend to drag up painful memories. Don't worry about it. It's okay. My brother definitely had a problem of running off to investigate cases on his own. Honestly, just hearing about your reaction to Guy's death is more than enough for me. I see. However, here we are on the verge of a breakthrough. We finally have a lead on who the culprit is. That being said, this is something that the 1st Division suspected from the start. You might be able to settle your brother's old score for. No, I'll worry about my brother later. We've got a mountain of pressing issues to handle right in front of us already. I'll worry about Guy once we've solved those. Lloyd. You really ought to take it down a notch, Lloyd. You can get too serious at times. Lloyd will be Lloyd. You just gotta love the guy. Very well, Bannings. Let us both set out to do what we must. We can't have that annoyingly optimistic man outdo us from beyond the grave. Right. Oh, man. And that's the end of chapter 4. And I realize that now that I'm no longer able to travel outside of Crossbell City, there are those chests that I'm not able to get. Oh well. It's whatever. If I feel like it, I might do it off screen. But I probably won't. Second class detective. We got a power suit. Alright, we got Mafia Pillaged. Don't know why I said it so weird. Okay, let's continue. 2:40 p.m. Oh, Ren. Hey there.
All the pieces have received an invitation now. With this, is everything prepared for the party? Who shall uncover the demon's identity first, Estelle and Joshua, or the special support section? Or perhaps it will be...
As always, you act as if you've already seen how things will play out.
I'm not so brash as to claim that. All I see are the threads of fate that comprise the web I'm entangled in. I can't help but be curious as to what kind of fabric all these intertwining destinies will weave in this state of Crossbell. That, dear Meister, is all I see.
Well, very well then. I'm not aware of what the Mafia and the Cult are planning, but I imagine things are going to get noisy. Well, I suppose we reap what we sow. No, perhaps this is retribution.
Indeed, one could say that this is retribution for all the sin that has accumulated in the vast city of Grey. And here I was, almost sure that the Society was involved in all this.
Crossbell is a buffer state between Ouroboros and the Septian Church, after all. The Pope prohibits the Knights from taking action, and the Grand Master doesn't dispatch the enforcers. That is merely their official position, of course.
I always thought that your studio was rather dubious. However, I never imagined you'd go as far as to craft your own system that can remotely interfere with Crossbell's orbital network. Thank you for that. I've had a truly wonderful time playing with it.
If it was of use to you, then I suppose my efforts were worth it. When that man coerced me to cooperate, I nearly destroyed it out of spite.
I see that your strained relationship with the professor hasn't improved in the slightest. Head of the 13 factories in Ouroboros' 6 Anguis, Professor Novartis.
Wait, one of the Anguis? Ah, great.
He has the astral codes, so what about the Epstein test models interest him so much now?
That scoundrel. He was probably intending to use it for some confounded plan of his. What is that fool thinking, giving away test models so haphazardly?
You're referring to that Crimson Warrior that the Special Support Section fought, correct? From what I've seen on the terminal, it must have been quite the excellent creation.
I had my suspicions, but it certainly had its issues with situational awareness and apt decision-making. Seems it doesn't quite match up to your partner.
The professor must have also realized that I'm staying here. But, me aside, did he not have anything to say about my friend?
He's been quiet for now. I imagine he's preoccupied with those new machines he is working on. I ended up spending a bit of time finishing your friend's troublesome attitude control, and I reinforced the structural integrity of his joints. Now he won't have any room to complain.
Thank you very much, Meister. Now, at long last, the final gamble can begin. What's with the dreary face? You crafted an assortment of dolls for me, taught me how to puppet them, and allowed me to take refuge here. I am truly thankful, Meister.
What nonsense is this? I haven't done anything worthy of praise. Besides, you're going to be quite busy today, aren't you? It might be a little early, but let's pull all this aside for now and have some tea.
I would love to.
It's Potter Mater!
Let's go have some tea, Potter Mater. We have a long day ahead of us after all. In fact, it very well may be the longest day in Crossbell's history.
Man, oh man, the longest day, Crossbow's longest day, the finale. We're on the final chapter of the game, guys. 3 p.m. Wait, is this going to be the longest day, or is tomorrow going to be the longest day? Alright, bracers. I understand how unfortunate for things to turn out this way. We were starting to get a lead on the missing persons case, but it seems like we were too late on figuring it out this time. Would have thought the cult would rear its ugly head again. So Arios, you were involved with the cult incident that took place 6 years ago, right? Do you think there's a possibility that some of the cultists may have survived? Possibly. We neutralized all the lodges, but some members may have survived. If they sought assistance from a criminal organization, they could have easily taken refuge underground. Ravache definitely sounds like the most likely group to have hid their asses.
Why would they bother engaging in something that risky, though? I can't imagine someone as calculating as Don Marconi didn't feel uneasy about it.
Definitely. There are a lot of groups out there that would take action if they found out that the cult was still worming their way around. They'd be dealing with more than just us. The church and that nefarious society wouldn't sit still either. I think I get it. You're saying that there are parts of the puzzle that we haven't pieced together yet. Right. We don't have the time to look into it right now, though. We need to focus our efforts on chasing down the Mafia and locating the missing persons. I'd say there's a high chance that these incidents are connected with the remaining cultists.
Excuse me, if I may.
You sure you want to cooperate with us? Yeah, we don't have time to bicker. We can't just idly stand by while some of our citizens have gone missing. Not to mention, there's the drug-related injuries too. Thanks for helping us out. We hope to be of use to you. Yes, likewise. Now that we're settled, we should decide on how we want to partition our duties. Putting aside Estelle and Joshua, what are the other members doing right now? Fortunately, Scott and Lynn don't have anything urgent to tend to. So including Estelle and Joshua, that makes 7 of us. Okay, please call everyone here. Let's try and cover any important locations before the day is over. You got it. I'll go make contact with them now.
Your coronation never ceases to amaze me.
It's the strongest asset us bracers have. Being powerful is more than just a numbers game. Come to think of it, have you briefed Chief Sergei on the situation? Yeah, he's already granted us permission to cooperate with you. He offered his thanks to you too, Arios. Is that so? Excuse me, Arios. Weren't you working under the chief when you were still in the force? Alongside my brother? I was. It was Sergei, Guy, and myself. 3 of us were considered the most successful team in the history of the force. We accomplished more than any other group, including the 1st Division. However, I quit the force 5 years ago due to personal reasons. And with that, we were no more. Sergei went back to the academy, and Guy was transferred into the 1st Division. And then, 2 years later, Guy was killed in the line of duty. Naturally, I don't intend to speculate what would have happened if I never quit the force. I had my reasons to leave. I left with the determination to achieve my own goals. But, even so, still reminisce about them. Those were the glory days. I spent the best years of my life working with an eccentric boss and a passionate partner. Look at me rambling like an old man. To be honest, I'm jealous of your group. Didn't think I'd ever hear the divine blade of wind say that in my lifetime.
If anything, I'd say we're the ones who should be jealous of the guild's open atmosphere.
The police have their own duties to perform, just as the guild has theirs. If it's the guild's role to pursue justice outside the scope of political authority, then it's the police's job to seek that same justice, all while burdened with said authority's many contradictions. Surely, you've noticed the presence of a number of contradictions and unreasonable circumstances placed upon you. You're not alone. It's something I grappled with in my past. Bad as it is now, you might learn much from it, just as I did.
Pursuing justice while confronting the contradictions created by the same political powers. A novel concept.
So you're saying that my brother chased after the idea of justice as well? Yes, I truly believe that. That's precisely why Sergei worked hard to have the SSS established. Well, that's enough lecturing from me for one day. You should work hard to find your own answers. It's probably what Guy would have wanted too. Right. Dang now, that's what I call a tough assignment. Yay! Unfortunately, it's gonna have to wait a second. Alright, sorry about that. Oh, it's Estelle, Joshua, and Shizuku. Welcome back, guys.
Your clothes look absolutely adorable, Shizuku. Thank you. Hi, everyone. I'm pleased to be with you. I'm happy to see you again, Shizuku.
Huh. Sounds like you enjoyed your day off, kiddo. I had to deal with some urgent requests, so Estelle and Joshua accompanied her. I apologize for putting this on the two of you.
It's no biggie. I had this super rare opportunity to hang out with sweet little Shizuku. She even let me squish those adorable cheeks of hers. Estelle, you're embarrassing me.
Get a grip, Estelle. You're not some doting old man. Putting that aside, I heard the news from Michel. He told us we're making a temporary alliance with the police. Yes, that's right. I'll explain further once the other members have assembled. Lloyd, I'd like for the members of the SSS to participate if possible. We can definitely do that. Once everyone had assembled, they reviewed the current situation. After all the responsibilities had been divvied up amongst the group, Lloyd and the others returned home to the SSS. Okay, we'll assume responsibility of Shizuku and keep her under our care.
Chief Sergei and Zeit are usually at the SSS building. They'll be able to keep watch, so you needn't worry over her.
Right, I'm counting on you. Be a good girl and wait for me, Shizuku.
Yes, Father. Please be careful out there, everyone.
Of course, you needn't to worry about us.
Yeah, though it would be better if we weren't short-staffed.
She's right. This place is an open target once we're all out there investigating. Are you sure you guys are fine with this? If we're lending you a hand with your investigation. Relax, man. Stop worrying so much. You're still waiting for a callback from the hospital, right? Finding out that drug's composition is important information. Leave the missing persons to us. You can start preparing for the next mission.
So we're really teaming up with the police. It's fairly common in Remiferia, but I never thought I'd see the day in Crossbell. Pleased to be working with you, everyone.
No, ma'am, the pleasure is mine.
Likewise.
If you run into any trouble, please don't hesitate to contact us. We'll be sure to contact you if we learn any new information.
Alright, everybody. It's time to go out there and kick some butt.
Yeah. The Bracer Police Alliance. Man, I feel a little overwhelmed. I anticipated Arios' proficiency, but Estelle and Joshua's show promise too. Once you factor in all of the other members, everybody appears to be highly skilled. I'm willing to bet a few Mira that they're all B rank or higher, but ain't it kind of rare for a branch to have this many budding bracers?
All this means is that the guild realizes the importance of Crossbell, right? However, they know they have the upper hand, since they can act in the ways police can't.
Yeah, all that means is that we'll just have to work twice as hard. Sorry, Shizuku. It's not exactly professional for us to discuss this in front of you.
Oh, please. I don't mind at all. Of course, I've heard that my father was a police officer a long time ago. I know there are plenty of complicated problems happening right now, but this time, everybody's going to work together to fix it, right?
Yeah. Though I think we're receiving more help than we're providing. Anyway, we'll lead you to the SSS now, if that's okay with you. Mind holding onto my hand?
Okay, thank you for the assistance. Now that I think about it, Kia's there, isn't she? Yes, she is. I think she's probably playing with Sight right about now. I am sure Kia would be delighted to have you participate in the fun. I'm glad to hear that.
Righto. Think it's about time we escort the princess to our castle. Doll. I was expecting watching eyes. Do do ba 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 ba. Why does it look like Kia's floating in the air? He's gotta be messing with us at this point, right? Like, wasn't Guenter going to contact us at noon?
Yes, he was. I called the hospital, but apparently he shut himself up in his lab, conducting all sorts of experiments. The doctor may have run into trouble while analyzing the drug's composition. Then again, he very well may have let his lazy nature take over and left the fish.
Yeah, I don't think that's the case this time, Tio. That doctor still hasn't gotten back to you with the results? No, sir. According to St. Ursula, he's holed himself up in his lab, running test after test. If things continue like this, it might be better to go talk to him face to face. Possibly. I want to know what the drug's made of before anyone else gets hurt. You four hurry to St. Ursula. Leave coordinating with the guild to me.
Thank you, Chief. We'll leave right away.
Then I guess we'd better go catch a bus down to the St. Ursula Hospital. Yep, sounds like the plan. And you still got a main mountain path. Probably to go to the church? I want to check something real quick. Just gonna see just what exactly everyone's doing. Armorica. Of course they're in a place that I can't go to. Everyone's at a place I can't go to. Wait, I thought we were on standby for when the crazy stuff starts happening. What happens if I do try to leave? That happens. So why is this way open? I'm just checking right now. What would happen if I tried taking the bus? Yeah, they left the cathedral open. Alright. Fine game. Oh, hello. Huh, that's a lot of people lined up for the bus.
That's unusual for this time of day. It is indeed peculiar. The most recent bus should have departed 5 minutes ago.
Is that right? Yo, buddy. The bus run late or something? Yeah, it looks that way. I've been waiting here for almost 20 minutes now, and not one bus has shown up. Why'd this have to happen today? Visiting hours will be over by the time I get there. Yeah, huh? There we have it, guys.
Do you think the bus is having problems with the engine again? A likely scenario.
This is Lloyd Banning, Special Sports Section. This is Dudley. Give me a status report. Oh, Roger. We were able to successfully secure the assistance of the Bracer Guild with the case. Lloyd explained that the Guild agreed to aid in the search for the missing persons and Mafia. So you've gone and made yourself indebted to MacLean. Fine, I'm sure that with their abilities, they'll be able to produce results. I'm trying to deal with the top brass on my end. Now that they've realized the whole damn Mafia has vanished, they're throwing a tantrum. It may be a while until I can act freely. Understood. I just remembered, your division was in charge of investigating the airport, right? What happened with the bomb threat? There's a strong possibility the whole thing was a hoax. We scanned the entire airport with orbital detectors, but nothing was found. I can't help but shake the feeling that this is related to Ravache's disappearance. We're looking into it. Wait, if you know the situation is clear there, that must mean you're nearby. I hope you don't plan to pull your usual stunt by getting involved with cases that clearly aren't yours. You can rest easy, sir. We're actually on the way to St. Ursula right now. We still haven't received the results of the drug's composition, so we decided to go pay the doctor a visit. What? You still haven't heard back from him? Huh, rookies will be rookies. You need to be far more direct if you want any semblance of punctuality from others. Sorry, we'll need to remember that. It will be much easier to convince the top brass to take action once we found out what those pills actually are. But I'm afraid we have no choice but to place our faith in that doctor of yours. By the way, what's the man's name? Oh, we haven't told you yet? Dr. Joachim Guenter. He's an associate professor of neurology and pharmacology at St. Ursula. He's only in his mid-30s, but he's managed to build a name for himself. I see. Hopefully it means he'll come through with proper results. Huh? What's wrong? Back up a second. You said Guenter, right? Wears glasses, far too relaxed? Yeah, that sounds like him. Have you two met? Why the silence, Dudley? I met him for the first time 2 months ago. I was investigating the man who plotted the mayor's assassination during Arkin CL's private performance. The mayor's former secretary, Ernest Reese. Wait. Sergei may have informed you already, but Reese was completely deranged. So as a last resort, Sergei called Reese's physician, a man working at St. Ursula. Thanks to Guenter's help, I was finally able to question Reese. Hold on a moment, Dudley. Are you claiming that Dr. Guenter was Ernest's physician? Yes, the very same. 1 second. I'd gained an immense amount of respect for him, given how helpful he was, but... Understood. We'll see what intel we can get without tipping him off. Good plan. Anyway, try not to waste any time. I'll contact you later.
What was that all about? Your conversation sounded anything but normal. Is there a connection between Dr. Guenter and Ernest?
Yeah, apparently.
Lloyd explained everything Dudley told him to the others. That can't be.
Hold up. Let's think back a bit. Remember how Ernest's strength was totally off the charts? Dude was cocky as hell, too.
It is eerily similar to Gantz's case, is it not? To further that point, his attending physician was Dr. Guenter. I'll try calling the hospital's reception desk. We have to confirm that Dr. Guenter hasn't left the hospital.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Nobody's answering the phone. The line isn't busy either. We now have a late bus, an unresponsive hospital, and a new unexpected relationship in the case.
This all seems a little too damn convenient, doesn't it? Agreed. The day's almost over. Let's hurry to St. Ursula. If we manage to spot the bus, we'll flag it down and get it to take us there.
Okay.
Oh no.
Dr. Guenter? Responsible for the drugs? Say it ain't so.
Man. I mean, he is... I did think him weird, but... like this? I wasn't quite expecting that.